Millennium by Harm Software is an extremely recognized brand in the beauty industry. Beauty professionals everywhere are putting Millennium in the limelight. Winner of industry awards everywhere and featured on relevant television shows, Millennium Software's recognition didn't come overnight. John Troy Harms was born in 1968 in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
John always looked after me as a young kid and always gave me something to look up to. He's had an entrepreneurial spirit ever since I can remember. I remember him starting a program at like 13 years old and was just always a role model. Always set out to succeed and always succeeded.
At the age of 16, John and his family moved to East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, where he started to fall in love with coding. In 1987, just a young man, John founded the company Harm Software out of his basement.
In high school, I was writing software for a company called Services for Product Development, and the salon across the street actually heard about me and wanted to meet me. So I went there, the Village Salon in Tannersville, Pennsylvania, and over the next 6 to 9 months, I wrote some software for them that was very basic, just the register and some basic reporting. But I do feel lucky that the beauty industry essentially found me, because who knows what other industry I might have ended up in.
In 1991, John landed a high-level position at AT&T, overseeing a team of developers. He would never lose sight of his dream and continue work on his own project at night. Soon after, John married his wife Rosanna, and they opened their first office space in Hackettstown, New Jersey, selling what was then known as Salon Solutions.
I remember, sitting at the kitchen table and John was coming up with a slogan for Salon Solutions, and he kept, coming up with this long Salon Solutions. We have many problems. We have only one solution, and even back then at 11 years old, I had no idea I was going to go into marketing. But I remember just saying, "Hey, that's too complicated. Let's just go Salon Solutions, many problems, one solution," and that became the slogan.
Eventually, John would take the risk of a lifetime and quit AT&T to follow his dream.
Pretty much everything he touches has ever been a success, so I knew it would succeed. I knew it was risky though, because eventually he ended up leaving his full-time position with AT&T just when they split to Lucent Technologies, and followed his dreams.
Shortly thereafter, he would meet current Harm Software VP of Sales, Bob McConey. The two rapidly became friends and formed a bond that still lasts to this day.
So he invited me up to Hackettstown, New Jersey to come visit him. So I get out there and he gave me the address, and I pass Main Street, I go back and forth, I can't find Harm Software. So I called John from a payphone, and he goes, oh, you're right there. We're right behind Pickle Bill's. And that's where I started to fall in love with Harm Software.
He really helped the company out a lot, by helping us really start to get inside the salon in a way we hadn't before. He never wanted to say he was a salesman. He was a relationship builder, and to this day, that's really what he is. And he knows so much about the industry and has brought so much to the company, and it's allowed me to interpret that into code and programming by really digging into the psyche of the owner and what they really care about and what they're looking for, what their concerns are. So Bob was our first hire, and obviously a very critical one and an important one.
I really had a great feeling that this company was going to take off when John and Rosanna invited me to my very first show. And after watching John do a couple of demos, I saw the excitement in their faces, like, wow, you could do that? Wow, you can run a report and get that information. Wow, you can ring up multiple things in a register. My register can only ring up one thing at a time. And that was a big problem back then. You could only ring up one thing at a time. And John's system, we could ring up 2, 3, 4, 5 different things and give everybody the right credit for it.
As the company started to take off, they needed more space. As they made the move, they also decided to make Salon Solutions better and take it to the next level. They rewrote the entire program and branded it Millennium.
The difference between Salon Solutions and Millennium was immense. I mean, you're looking at bubblegum, which is what I used to call it back then, very easy, and it accommodated some of your needs to a product that just took you to a whole other level.
I don't know, there was that following there, I think the customers really knew that we were there to support them, and just by demonstrating their willingness to upgrade to that next version of our system kind of really spoke volume.
Now with the company in Wayne, New Jersey, the continuing of hiring and fulfilling the promises of being more than just a software company was coming true. It became clear that Harm Software would stand out from their competition by focusing on the education of their clients.
In about 1997, I remember learning about what I now call the growth indicators, and being able to see the difference in a salon that focused in on those things as compared to somebody that was just focused on revenue or not computerized or barely computerized. I knew that education was the thing that nobody could copy. The way we focus in on our clients and support them, to me, has been one of the most important things that we've done to have the success we've had.
They would yet face another move, this time to the current location in Boonton, New Jersey. Wasting little time, after the move was complete, the company branched out overseas, opening an office in the UK. It was completely evident at this time that the company was on a path to vast success.
We really started to build up the sales department. We tripled the size of the tech support department. We opened a UK office. We were approached by a production company to do a segment on us on CNBC that profiled us as a fast-growing, high-profile software company in the beauty industry. So all this stuff happened at once. It was kind of surreal looking back and realizing, wow, this thing's getting bigger than we thought it would be.
15 years ago, Harm Software was sponsoring a little go-kart race, and now today we're able to sponsor NASCAR, and it just speaks volumes of who our brand is and how much we've grown.
You got Ted Gibson, Warren Tricone, Frederick Fakai, Louis Licari, Sally Hirschberg. I mean, it goes on and on. People recognize us. I think they're starting to recognize that, hey, if Ted Gibson or any of these other companies they use our software, it's got to be a great software, and it is.
The future of Millennium is continuing on the same path of listening to our clients, but allowing us to produce a product that's more beautiful and easier than it ever has been in the past.
The passion that started with just one young man became the passion of an entire team of professionals standing behind the company you know today. The future is yet to be told, but there's a lot more to come for the brand that is getting better as everyone starts to speak its language.